All right. So I'm hoping from here on and we'll continue more regular for some time. So yeah, let's see. And let's get started. So let's do some prayers and then we can start. मज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति सदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हृदिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयन्ते गिरिं तव कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं कारणं परमानन्दमाधवम् जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्णा. So let me share my screen and we'll get started from there. So database, we'll go to this chapter 11, which is universal form of Krishna. Can see my screen now? Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. All right, so we'll start here. So the way we do, we'll read one sloka and then maybe if there is any discussion, we'll do it. Otherwise, we'll go next. Okay. So Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11, title, The Universal Form, text number 1, Arjuna Vacha. So all of you can repeat after me. Yes. Madanugrahaya Paramam
मदानुग्रहाय परमं
गुह्यम अध्यात्म संगीतम
यूयम् अध्यात्मसंहितं
यत्यक्तोक्तं वाचस्तेन
यत्य उक्तं वाचस्तेन
मोहोऽयं विगता मम.
मोहोऽयं विगता मम.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Shri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Arjun said, by my hearing the instructions you have kindly given me about these most confidential spiritual subjects, my illusion has now been dispelled. Purport. This chapter reveals Krishna as the cause of all causes. He is even the cause of Mahavishnu, from whom the material universe emanates. Krishna is not an incarnation, he is the source of all incarnations. That has been completely explained in the last chapter. Now, as far as Arjuna is concerned, he says that his illusion is over. This means
We can't hear you, sir. We can't hear you.
for all. He is requesting Krishna in this chapter to show his universal form. Actually, when one sees the universal form of Krishna, one becomes frightened, like Arjuna. But Krishna is so kind that after showing it, he converts himself into his original form. Arjuna agrees to what Krishna has several times said. Krishna is speaking to him just for his benefit. So Arjuna's knowledge that all this is happening to him by Krishna's grace. Arjuna acknowledges that all this is happening to him by Krishna's grace. He is now convinced that the Krishna is source of all causes, and is present in everyone's heart as the super soul. Hare Krishna. So just a background, in the previous chapter, chapter 10, Krishna gave most confidential knowledge. And in that chapter, Krishna described how everything comes from Krishna. So all the material things Krishna described, whether air, water, ether, fire, big mountain, everything in the trees, in the demigods, in the riches, in the wealth, in the power, in beauty, in renunciation, in everything, how we can see Krishna and how everything comes from Krishna, Krishna described. So Arjun here, starting chapter 11 here, and Arjun is speaking that, yes, my dear Lord Krishna, that after hearing your instructions, you have kindly given me about these most confidential spiritual subjects. My illusion is now dispelled. So actually, the Bhagavad Gita should have ended here, right? Arjun said, I understood what you said, Krishna. That's it. Because he was not understanding. Now Arjun should act. But then Bhagavad Gita continued another 7 chapters, right? 8 chapters. So there is some reason. So Prabhupada is explaining that actually Arjun was convinced. But the problem was not that the whole battlefield of Kurukshetra and this Bhagavad Gita was spoken in the battlefield by Krishna to the Arjun is not just a discussion between two people. It was meant for everyone. So Arjun is asking question so that everyone get convinced because he is representing all of us. Arjun is representing all of us. So he doesn't have to be just convinced by himself. He has to see that how everyone can get convinced, right? That is the mood of a devotee or a devotee of Krishna, that we are not satisfied just by our own satisfaction. We want to see everyone should get benefited from Bhagavad Gita. Everyone should chant Hare Krishna and get benefited. How can they have peace of mind by chanting Hare Krishna? Everyone. It's not that, okay, I'm doing it, I'm happy, that's it. I don't care. No. Our mood is, I'm happy, that is good. But let me try to make others happy also. Because that will please to Krishna. That will please to my Gurudev, Guru Maharaj. Because everyone it's like this. If you have a lot of wealth and if you spend that money on yourself, what a big deal. There is no big deal. You are spending for yourself, you have a lot of money. That's fine. But isn't it would be wonderful if you are spending on yourself? That is great. But if you have a lot of money, why don't you give it to others also? Because somehow or other you have got so much money. You should give it to someone qualified who needs that money, right? Or who is willing to, who is hankering for that money. You should offer it. You should give it to others. So likewise, similarly, if we get anything spiritual knowledge, we should try to give it to others. And that is here the mood of Arjun, that he is asking Krishna more questions now so that everyone get convinced that Krishna is the cause of all causes, right? So let's go to sloka number 2. Who wants to read this? Text 2. Kamini Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, I can.
Yes, Manu.
भवाप्यो यो हि भूतानां श्रुतौ विस्तारशो मया तत्त्वतः कमलपत्राक्ष महात्मय अपि चाव्ययम्. O lotus-eyed one, I have heard from you in detail about the appearances and disappearances of every living entity and have realized your inextinguishable, glorious purpose. Arjuna addresses Lord Krishna as a lotus-eyed. Krishna's eyes appear just like the petal of a lotus flower. Out of his joy, Lord Krishna has assured him in a previous chapter, Aham Kratyanasya Jagataha Prabhavaha Pralayasya Tatha. I am the source of the appearance and disappearances of this entire material manifestation. Arjuna has heard of his from the Lord in detail. Arjuna further knows that in spite of his being the source of all appearances and disappearances, he is aloof from them. As the Lord has said in the 9th chapter, He is all pervading, yet he is not personally present everywhere. That is the inconceivable opulence of Krishna, which Arjuna admits that he has thoroughly understood. Should I read
Thank
more?
you. Yes, one more you can read, Mataji.
Okay.
That's 3.
अवमेतद्यथाथ त्वामात्मान परमेश्वर दृष्ट्वामि इच्छामि ते रूपमैश्वरं पुरुषोत्तमम्. O greatest of all personalities, O supreme form, though I see you here before me, your actual position as you described yourself, I wish to see how you have entered into this cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours. The Lord said that because he entered into the material universe by his personal representation, the cosmic manifestation has been made possible and is going on. Now, as far as Arjuna is concerned, he is inspired by the statement of Krishna, but in order to convince others in the future who may think that Krishna is an ordinary person, Arjuna desired to see him actually in his universal form, to see how he is acting from within the universe, although he is apart from it. Arjuna's addressing the Lord as a Purushottama is also significant since the Lord is the supreme personality of Godhead. He is present within Arjuna himself. Therefore, he knows the desire of Arjuna and he can himself, therefore, he knows the desire of Arjuna and he can understand that Arjuna has no special desire to see him in his universal form. For Arjuna is completely satisfied to see him in his personal form of Krishna. But the Lord can understand also that Arjuna wants to see the universal form of convince others. Arjuna did not have any personal desire for confirmation. Krishna also understands that Arjuna wants to see the universal form to set the criterion for in the future there would be so many impostors who would pose themselves as an incarnation of God. The people therefore should be careful. One who claims to be Krishna should be prepared to show his universal form to confirm his claim to the people.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So
Hare Krishna.
Arjun is, as Prabhupada is describing, Arjun is saying that yes, it is wonderful. It is definitely wonderful that I see you here in front of me in your actual position. But then you describe yourself that you are all pervading. You are in everything. Everything comes from you. So how it is like that, right? Because if everything comes from you, then how can I see this material manifestation in front of me? Because then it should be part of your body. Because you said that it comes from you, correct? So Arjun is desiring to see that form. But the question why he is desiring, he said in the previous sloka, he was convinced that Krishna is source of everything. So again, same point that Krishna is not, no, Krishna generally people think he is an ordinary human being or a king or a fighter, you know. But Krishna is God is more accepted when people see his greatness. Because people think that if something is great, that's only could be God, right? And in fact, to the extent that even if they see some person who is very great, in their estimation they started considering these people as a god, and there are so many examples you can name in our own life of 40-50 year or 60 year life. You may have seen so many gods, people worship such people, you know.
Demigods.
Prabhuji, you are not audible.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna. I was saying,
Yes.
even in this lifetime, we have seen so many human beings get treated like God. They claim themselves as God actually, and they do certain things like, they will give you baby, they will give you wealth, they will give you blessings, and you feel, oh, I got all the blessings. So many people, like every 10 year, new God comes. Now almost every year, new God is arising in social media. They are so famous that thousands and thousands of people in queue are waiting in line. They are paying lakhs of rupees just to meet these people, to get blessings. Just get meet once and just say, oh, okay, I give you blessings. And then, oh, I met God, right? So Krishna knew and Arjun knew that there will be, in Kali Yuga, there will be so many gods coming, saying, I am God, I am God, I am God. And people will worship them as a God foolishly. So then you have to set a criteria. Right? So what is criteria here? Prabhupada is saying criteria is that if somebody claims that he or she is a god, then they have to show their universal form. So if you know someone who claims or someone who follows someone who claims that they are God, you can just ask yourself or them, have you seen their universal form? Because if you are a God, then you should be universal. You should have universal form as per Bhagavad Gita, because Bhagavad Gita is going to describe how does that look like.
Again, voice is gone, Prabhuji. Not audible.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear
Hare
me
Krishna.
now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Sorry, I think my internet is weak. My connection is a problem. Can you hear now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So that is one challenge we have, and we can ask anyone if you want to test someone is God, just ask their universal form. So do they have that? Because as per Bhagavad Gita, not like they will show their own mindset or something else. No, no. Here God is proven who is God. So universal form. So you can show your universal form. I will accept you as a God. Right? Okay, text 4. And Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Prabhuji. मन्यसे यदि तच्चखं मया दृष्टिमितो प्रभो योगेश्वर ततो मे त्वं दर्शयात्मानमव्ययम्. If you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O Master of all my mystic power, then kindly show me that unlimited universal self, purport. It is said that one can neither see, hear, understand, nor perceive the Supreme Lord Krishna by the material senses. But if one is engaged in loving transcendental service to the Lord from the beginning, then one can see the Lord by revelation. Every living entity is only a spiritual spark, therefore, it is not possible to see or to understand the Supreme Lord. Arjuna, as a devotee, does not depend on his speculative strength. Rather, he admits his limitations as a living entity and acknowledges Krishna's inestimable position. Arjuna could understand that for a living entity it is not possible to understand the unlimited infinite. If the infinite reveals himself, then it is possible to understand the nature of the infinite by the grace of the infinite. The word Yogeshwara is also very significant here because the Lord has inconceivable power. If he likes, he can reveal himself by his grace, although he is unlimited. Therefore, Arjuna pleads for the inconceivable grace of Krishna. He does not give Krishna orders. Krishna is not obliged to reveal himself unless one surrenders fully in Krishna consciousness and engages in devotional service. Thus, it is not possible for persons who depend on the strength of their mental speculations to see Krishna. Shall I continue,
Yes.
Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
पास्यामे पार्धरूपाणि शतशोधासहस्रः नानाविधानि दिव्यानि Nana Varnakruti Nicham. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, My dear Arjuna, O son of Partha, see now my opulences, hundreds of thousands of very divine and multicolored forms. Purport. Arjuna wanted to see Krishna in his universal form, which, although a transcendental form, is just manifested for the cosmic manifestation and it is therefore subject to the temporary time of the material nature. As the material nature is manifested and not manifested, similarly, this universal form of Krishna is manifested and non manifested. It is not eternally situated in the spiritual sky like Krishna's other forms. As far as a devotee is concerned, he is not eager to see the universal form. But because Arjuna wanted to see Krishna in this way, Krishna reveals this form. This universal form is not possible to be seen by any ordinary man. Krishna must give one the power to see it.
Thank you, Mataji. So this is very important, you know. For example, if suppose I want to see right now Ritu Mataji's camera is closed, right? If I want to see her, then I have to ask her permission to see her, right? Because unless she open her camera, you cannot see her. Even I may have ability to see her. I can right now I can see all of you because you have opened your camera. But moment you close it, I cannot see. Correct? Because it's not about my ability to see you. It's about your mercy or your kindness to allow me to see you. Right? Otherwise, I cannot see. Or other example, you see, I may have all the ability to enter into your house, but if you don't allow, you don't open your door, you lock your door, I cannot come because that's how the things work, right? So it's not about my ability; it's about whether you allow that to happen because it's your personal house, your personal camera, your personal phone, your personal space. Similarly, a lot of people say, "Oh, can you show me God?" So first of all, is do you have qualification to see the God? Because it's not about you can see it, it's about whether you have qualifications. It's not about what you think, it's about the other person whom you want to see, whether they think that you are qualified to see them, right? For example, I said, here. So then we have to find out what is that qualification to see the God. And then if the God is satisfied with your qualification and eagerness, if the God allows you to see the God, then only you can see the God. Just like here, if you don't open your camera, I cannot see you, even if I have all the abilities to see you, right? I have the phone, I have eyes, I have internet, I have everything right now. But if you close your camera, that's it. Because you don't allow me to see. That's it. Right? So similarly, God does not allow everyone to see because God has to test. God is not a cheap thing. Anybody can see God. Oh, I seen God. I see God every day. It is not a cheap thing. If I cannot see you every day because you don't allow, how can God is so much free that is, oh, I see God every day? Yes, you can see God every day. How? When when we establish some relationship with God. For example, if I want to see Kamini Mataji every day, then I have to have some close relationship with her. Either I am her son, or I am her brother, or I am a neighbor, or I have to be very close to her to see her daily, right? It's not possible that I'm sitting somewhere far and I'll think, oh, I'm seeing her every day, unless I install some CCTV camera and I'm watching from far, seeing it. But that's not seeing her, right? Seeing means there is some interaction. When you go on the road, you are seeing hundreds of people, but you don't care because you have no relationship with them, all of the 100 people, right? Because you're just seeing. But seeing is nothing unless there is some relation, right? Like you go to a train or a bus or a railway station, thousands of people, but, but you don't care because you don't have any relationship with any one of them. But even if you have one person whom with you have relationship, you immediately care for them. Even if you don't see them, they are very far. For example, your parents or your husband, wife, kids, they are far. They are not in front of you, but you care about them in your mind. You're constantly thinking about them, even they're not next to you, right? Why? Because you care. You have love. You have relation with that person whom you are caring. Same thing with God. God is not a physical entity. That let me get a murti of Krishna in my house and Krishna is now with me. Yes, Krishna is can be with you, but it may not be with you also. Because it depends on how what kind of relationship and mood you have with Krishna. It's like this. If I'm not your friend, even if I am your neighbor, you don't care because I don't have any relationship. Basically, I don't know you, you don't know me. Even to have a negative relationship is a relationship, right? Even somebody is your enemy or you don't like them, they hate you, you hate them, but that's also negative relationship. To think negatively also we need a relationship. So why not positive, right? Even if you hate God, that's also a relationship. Because without any relationship, you are enemy of God. That's a negative relationship, right? A lot of people don't like God. They don't like temples. They don't like people who are spiritual. They hate spiritual people, actually. There are so many atheists, you know. But the point I'm trying to say that without relationship, nothing can be established and then no transaction can happen, right? So to see the God, we need to have a relationship, some kind of a relationship, like Arjun has a friendship with Krishna. And Krishna said, I will give you power to see me. And now you see my form. This is sloka just we read. Krishna is saying, see my multifarious, multicolored, multifarious form. So without Krishna allowing, we cannot see. That is the key in spiritual life. That without the mercy of Guru and Krishna, we cannot understand spiritual life by our own power. We can try. We can try. That's in our hand. But ultimately, everything depends on mercy of Krishna and Guru and Vaishnavas and the deities, right? Any questions so far? You understood the example, right? Like if somebody says, oh, show me God, then you have to first ask, do you have qualifications to see the God? It's like somebody says, oh, show me Prime Minister Modi, but then his representative will ask, okay, do you have qualification to see Modi? What business do you have with Modi? What kind of relationship you have? How I can allow you? So you will say, oh, I have, I studied with Modi. He was my neighbor when he was young. So then he will go to and say to Modi, oh, do you know this person who is claiming that he is your friend? And oh, yeah, yeah, I know him. Or Modi will say, no, I don't know him. Just ignore him. Just leave him go. Let him go. Right? So similarly, if somebody wants to says, I want to see the God, can you show me the God? Then you have to ask, are you qualified? Do you have and what is the qualification? Do you have any relationship with God? Oh, then say, oh, what kind of relationship? Of course, even positive or negative doesn't matter. Some relationship, are you servant of God? The best relationship. Do you serve God? Do you serve Krishna? They'll say, no, I don't serve. Then why you're even allowed to enter and see Krishna anyway? Like you're not supposed to see. Even if you see the Krishna's murti form, you will think this is a stone because you see a stone, you don't see Krishna, right? Because Krishna is present in his deity form in every temple. He has the pictures, photos. They have seen it, but still they will ask, "Can you show me God?" Which means that they don't believe Krishna is real. So if you don't believe in something, what is the point of seeing, right? There is no point of seeing something if you don't believe in it, right? I can show you so many things, but if you don't believe anything is real, what is point of seeing, right? Isn't it? That's logical, right? What do you think?
Yes, Prabhuji.
It makes sense, everyone?
Yes.
Okay. Think. What does Rita thinks?
Yes, Prabhuji. If we
People
are,
say that.
if
Atheist
yes,
people always say, have you seen your God which you worship?
yeah, Prabhuji, I feel that It depends on us. If we are, some people are doing puja every day to the deity, but still they feel that what we are doing puja deity only, because anyway whatever we are giving, he will not take. He is somewhere else in the heaven. If we are doing good enough, then only connection can happen. But I feel that connection, if we are doing puja to deity, if we are feeling it's not deity, he is sitting really in front of us, so he will be the inside. It's all about our what our heart is telling, our trust on him.
Yes, and that cannot, you are correct, that cannot come artificially actually.
Yes,
How
yes,
artificial we may try. It will come only when
yes.
Krishna wants you to think about like that. Because he's a super
That is
soul
also
sitting in
true.
your heart. And
That
he's in
is
our
also true.
heart and he's seeing our desire. Oh, he will see. Do you really want to see me? Okay, let me give you that desire to see me. Oh, let me facilitate this. And if he sees, oh,
And
this person is
yes,
just a fake, outside showing all kind of puja, but internally he's gone and
not
no
believing.
hopes.
Yes,
And yeah, so then it's okay, I become a stone for you. Let me become a
yes.
stone for you. And that's how it is.
It is
Spiritual,
like how we are sacrificing for our personal relationship, means our human
yeah,
relationship. If we are
yeah,
sacrificing something for Krishna, like some people home say in our caste only, it is like home people are multi cuisine. But if we are having love for Krishna and we feel only this we can sacrifice, we can be a proper we can follow the Vaishnavism, how the food habit and all. So this is love towards Krishna. So if
that is
we are
love. Correct.
able to sacrifice, means definitely he will connect with us. That I believe,
Correct.
Prabhuji.
You are very right. Actually, that's how the actually spiritual life is very personal. Just like when we have kids, like newborn kids, then we cook foods in such a way that kids will like it and we'll eat same
Yes,
thing because we sacrifice our taste for kids because we
yes,
love kids. We want to serve the kids nicely. They should be comfortable, not that I should be comfortable. Otherwise, I may like spicy, oily, but my kid, 2-year-old kid, may like khichdi. It's simple,
Oh,
dal khichdi, moong dal. So same way, if you are right, we should see what Krishna likes and cook for Krishna, and we take as a prasadam of Krishna. Not like what
yes,
I
yes,
like, I'm going to cook for him. Okay, Krishna can eat anything. Krishna can eat fire also. But Krishna says,
yes,
Patram Puspam Phalam Toyam. Yome Bhaktya
yes,
Pranashyati. Right? So Krishna
yes.
says that you give me leaf, flower, fruits, and then somebody says, no, why not egg? Why not onion, garlic? Oh, Krishna did not say. Vaishnavas did not did. So therefore, if Krishna would have said, I'll offer it. Because Krishna did not accept it from Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Maya, any of this. So I don't do it. So likewise, you are right. But to get this intelligence to understand also comes from Krishna. Actually, a lot of people they know all this, but they cannot practice it because of their senses are not in control. They cannot control their tongue. Cannot control, not eating unoffered food to Krishna. So because of that, they cannot sacrifice. Because to do tapasya also needs sense control, right? Doing
Yes,
tapasya, like if you have to sleep only 2 hours a day, is a tapasya because you have to work so hard in your job, your family maintenance, take care of your kids. It's the tapasya. And we all of us do that because we love our family. We love our, everyone I'm trying to serve, earn money, maintain my family, give them nice house, food, clothes, education. The foundation, the center is love. The whole center is love. Moment that love is gone, the action will stop immediately, or it will reduce slowly. The degree the love will reduce, the degree the actions will go away. Okay, because artificially, how long I can go? Maybe 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 year, but not longer, right? That's right. Okay, next 6. You want to read? ये तो पढ़ना. Yes,
Yes, I want to read. Sloka, I will read.
yes.
पश्यादित्यान् वशून् रुद्रान् अश्विनौ मरुतस्तथा बहूनि अदृष्टपूर्वाणि पश्याश्चर्याणि भरत. Translation. The best of Bharatas, see here the different manifestation of Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, Ashwini, all the other demigods. Behold the many wonderful things which no one has ever seen or heard. Purport: even though Arjuna was the personal friend of Krishna and the most advanced of learned men, it was still not possible for him to know everything about Krishna. Here it is stated that humans have neither heard nor known of all these forms and manifestations. Now Krishna reveals these wonderful forms.
Yes, you can read next also.
इहैका स्थं जगत् कृत्स्नं पश्याद्याशाचर चराचरं मा देहे गुडाकेशा यच्छन्यत् द्रष्टुम् इच्छसि. Translation. O Arjuna, whatever you wish to see, behold at once it is in this body of mine. This universal form can show you whatever you now desire to see, and whatever you may want to see in the future. Everything moving and non-moving is here completely in one place. Purport: no one can see the entire universe while sitting in one place. Even the most advanced scientists cannot see what is going on in other part of the universe. But a devotee like Arjuna can see everything that exists in any part of the universe. Krishna gives him the power to see anything he wants to see, past, present, and future. Thus, by the mercy of Krishna, Arjuna is able to see everything. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Yeah, we can stop there. Yes, so see, this power of seeing is Prabhupada is saying, right? If we want to see things, we can see only limited, right? Like very limited. And the universe is such a big, gigantic body of material body. We cannot see, with my eyes. If you go on a flight above your city when you fly, actually you can just see some buildings or some kind of shades when you go a little high, right? We see things, but we cannot see detail. Like what is it? But here Krishna is giving power to Arjun to see everything in detail, as per his desire, as per whatever he's desiring now, or present, past, future. He can see. This is God, right? This is God. God is not a cheap, like some kind of, can have a lot of ganja, or you can meditate for 24 hours, and you can become God, or you can give babies, you become God. No, the God is God. He. This is where the example and graphical illustration. Krishna is revealing a form of God. We should see if somebody claim that they are God. Okay, so we'll pause here. We'll take some questions. Any discussions? Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, like our trust, we can see Krishna. We can see means we can feel that he is with us. So like this, Prabhuji, is that like how we are thinking he means how we are behaving towards Krishna like a friend or like a son. So he will respond in the same way to us.
Yes. Yes. Krishna is called Bhavagrahi Janardana. He takes our mindset. Like what mindset I'm going to Krishna. If I want to become enemy of Krishna, Krishna will become my enemy. Like, for example, Hiranyakashipu wanted to become, Krishna wanted him to become his enemy, and he wanted, he became enemy. Krishna fought. Bhismadeva wanted to fight with Krishna. Krishna fought with him in battle of Kurukshetra, despite Krishna was not supposed to fight with anyone. But because Bhisma desired to fight with Krishna, Krishna fulfilled his desire. So Krishna fulfills. Everyone desires the degree and level we decide. Krishna don't control that. Krishna is not a controller like a Nazi or dictator or some kind of thing. No. He allows us to have a free will to desire the way we want, and then he just fulfill that desire. That's why it's very important to see what we are desiring at the moment, because that will be our future. If I desire to fight with someone, you will automatically get someone to fight with you next day. Somebody will fight with you with no reasons. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Because this modes of material nature is something like cloud computing. It's like a supercomputer. These three modes are scanning everyone. Everyone is bound. All of us have three modes to different levels. So three modes of material nature is actually controlling this whole universe and sees who is desiring what. And based on the desire, Krishna has set up this system that, if you desire this, you'll get this. It's wonderful, right? It would be best system if our desire get fulfilled. But Krishna is fulfilling every moment our desire. We may not know when did I desire this thing what I'm getting right now. But at some point in the past, I may have desired, maybe in my 100 birth ago, I desired something which now I'm getting. But there was some desire which right now I'm going through. Whether I'm suffering or enjoying or doing nothing, but even doing nothing is a desire, right? I don't desire anything is also a desire. Does it make sense? If you say I have no desire, it's also a desire. Because you have a desire to have no desire, right?
No, yes.
So nobody can be desireless. Like in Buddhism, people teach, let's become desireless, let's have no desire completely. In Jainism also, no desire. But impossible. I'm sorry, you cannot be desireless in any point in your life. You'll have some desire, because even desire to have no desire is also a desire. Right? You can't stop. It is embedded in our mind consciousness. Right? Okay. Anyone else? Mataji, any comment, question, any realization you want to share? All right. So if
Prabhuji,
not,
two more question I have.
Yes.
It's not, means it is generalized question. Like in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said to Arjuna that before this time also Bhagavad Gita, he described the Bhagavad Gita to sun god.
Vashwan.
So
Yes.
Prabhuji, that time how Vivaswan, so how that became like, how it lost and how he explained to sun god, means because it is not in the Sri Ramji ka time mein, right? Before Sri Ramji's time it happened.
Yes. The sun god is Krishna actually spoke Bhagavad Gita a million years ago. You're correct. To sun god. Sun god gave to Vivaswan, Ichaku, Manu, and then got to.
Ikshaku, yes.
But there are so many yuga cycle, Mantaji. In one yuga cycle, there are 4 yugas, and in
Yes.
one life of Manu is 1,000 yuga cycle. Okay. So,
Yes.
so Krishna says, Sambhavani yuge yuge, I come in every millennium. Krishna is coming in every millennium and is speaking Bhagavad Gita. But he was
Yes.
telling Arjuna that I spoke to this previously also, which is just giving historical reference. And Krishna said that, Arjun, you also appear, I also appear. I remember everything, you don't remember anything. So it's because what happens? Our memory is limited. We forget. We have tendency to forget things. That is defect.
Yes.
That is a defect. Krishna don't have any defect. He remembers everything. What happened?
Yes.
What
He
did
is
we do?
Supreme Lord.
So things get lost because of our nature of not able to retain it. Otherwise, they always exist. For example,
Yes.
let's take example of um, food you are eating right now. Like today, you will eat some food. Once you eat it, it will become waste and it will be lost for you, right? In our sense, it is
Yes.
lost, like it's gone. But actually, the it has just got separated, just got distorted. It will go back to the manure, become some kind of soil, and again will become a grain later. Some maybe when, I don't know. So it is a recycled. But this knowledge is never lost actually. Abhyayam. Krishna says it's abhyayam. It cannot be lost. It just disappears and appears like the food now we are eating. It will become, we'll get some energy, it will become a waste, a stool, and then we'll get in soil. And then again, some plant will absorb that, nutrients, make the body of plant have fruits, and then somebody will eat it, isn't it? That's how
Yes.
the
Yes.
biological cycle runs, right? So this
Yes.
knowledge always there. It just unmanifests. So somebody has to manifest. So Krishna is just manifesting that again to Arjun just before Kali Yuga because he knew that in Kali Yuga we need this. Otherwise, we'll go crazy. Like we'll go
Yes.
just. If there was no Bhagavad Gita, no scriptures, no Ramayana, no, nothing of Vedic knowledge, what would we will be doing? Do you know what we will be doing?
Yes.
Actually, where I am, that's what people are doing. People are suffering. 80% people, 70% people have mental health problem. They just living for nothing. They don't know why they are even living. With for whom they are living, there is no family, there is no culture, there is no life, and they are ready to eat. Now people are still eating just a tablet as a food. Forget about food, just tablet, and they say, "Oh, I'm very healthy," and then they'll get cancer in few years because they're living unnatural life. And the scriptures teach us first thing is to live a natural life, simple life. Connect and establish our relationship with everyone, which means have a family life. That's a Vedic life. Culture, Indian culture is family life. And then we should also see divine that it's not that you entangle in family life. You want to see, okay, what is my ultimate purpose? Why I'm here in this family? Why I'm in this family? What I'm doing? What is going on? Because this family member will lose me at some point. In few years, or some of you may already not have father and mother. Where they have gone? That was temporary relationship. It is gone. In few years or decades, you will be gone. So you will not have any relationship with your current parents and husband, wife, children, kids, which means that this is not real. If it's temporary, it's not real because it is just for some point, right? So we have to see what is my role in this world, why I'm here. That is only taught in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam in Indian Vedic scriptures. Other places, it's just all cycling, chewing the chewed. They're showing same sex life, same meat eating, same gambling, same illicit sex. Four things they are doing unlimited, suffering, mental health, drugs, medicines. Miserable, I can tell you. It's miserable. I'm seeing it from 6 years in the United States. Miserable life. You will not even imagine. Frozen food, frozen things. No, you'll say, oh, you have a fresh air. Yeah. But what about food? Chemical, water, all that. And then mental health. I can give you the best food in front of you, but you're not peaceful. You cannot enjoy. I can give you golden plate food with best preparation in the world, but if your mind is not peaceful, you cannot enjoy. To have a mind peaceful, we have to connect to something which helps to make it peaceful. Not like laptop, computer, phones cannot make your mind peaceful. They will take you away. It depends how you use it. Right now we are using laptop for reading Bhagavad Gita or phone, but somebody may be using the same phone to get addicted to game, or somebody may be playing some games to commit suicide. They are taking tasks. At some point, they will just kill themselves. Right? There are so many incidents every month in India, across the world. So, Mataji, this thing is very important. This Bhagavad Gita comes every millennium, and Krishna is so kind that he just doesn't just give Gita. He gave this body, and Gita is considered as a manual of the body. It is just like you have, suppose if you bring a phone, it will have a manual how to operate. So this body is manual, our body manual is Bhagavad Gita. We should learn how to operate this body. How should we live in this body? Okay. And not only that, he also sent teachers to teach us how to live, like technical support, field application support, right? He sends people
Yes.
go and teach them how to use this body using the manual of Bhagavad Gita and Vedic knowledge. Not only that, he has created temples and centers and institutes to go and learn. If you want to really very serious, go and learn about it. And not only that, he has also created people who are practicing daily. But still, if people don't want to do, I'm sorry, what you can do, right? Krishna feels sorry for us. Oh, I have done so much. But they are just a rascal. They don't want to do anything. So then Krishna says, okay, I will fulfill your desire, go and suffer. Go do whatever you want to do. I'll fulfill your desire. I'm in your heart. I'll give you whatever you want. It's like a bad child. If the child is so stubborn, the parents will give, okay, go suffer. When we will get hit, you will come back, then I'll see you. For now, you're not listening to me. I'm telling you it's not good for you, but you don't listen to me. So please go, because I love you. I'll give you what you want. But you'll suffer. I know. I'll feel bad. But that's okay. What I can do, right? The parents feel helpless and the kids don't listen. So we also want to become good kids of Krishna. Good kids. Become good kids, Krishna is happy. Oh, I'll give you whatever you want. Anyways, I give to bad kids also. Why not good kids? I love you because I love you more than the bad kids. Actually, I love bad also. The kids are kids. Doesn't matter bad or good. But Krishna is happy with us if we are behaving the way he wants, and Krishna is unhappy with those people or kids who don't behave the way he wants. So, even if not for my happiness, for the happiness of Krishna, we should do act, right? So, that's kind of my understanding, Matri.
Yes, Prabhuji, understood.
All right. All right. Thank you. All right. So, we'll end here. Ritu Mataji, you can stay for a few minutes. I need to ask you something. But others
Yes,
can leave.
Prabhuji.
We'll say pranam mantra, vancha kalptaruvasya cha, kripa sindhivyo cha, patitanam pavanebhyo, vaishnavyo namo namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram
भगवद
Ram,
गीता
Hare
की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की
जय।
जय, गुरु महाराज की
Jai.
जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. Thank you.
जय।
Hare Krishna.